Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me this evening. My name is Alexis Velasquez Shanslin, and I am the owner of Montessori by the Sea, which is a new school that was established in August 2022. We are a Montessori preschool that educates children between the ages of 2 to 5, and our school puts children on the path that embraces creativity, builds self-awareness, and helps them develop their academic skills using physical tools and personal confidence necessary for lifelong success. Our goal at Montessori by the Sea is to educate the whole child. So by applying the Montessori philosophy, we do so in a joyful learning environment. Our school hours are from 8:15 to 2:15. It's self-staggered, so drop-off would be between 8:15 and 8:30 and pick up between 2:15 and 2:30. We are located at 743 Prospect Street in La Jolla, California. And some of the highlights that we want to mention, why Montessori by the Sea? Well, first and foremost, we are an authentic Montessori school, and what that means is that if you enter our classrooms are equipped fully with authentic Montessori material. Being a mother of myself, when I would tour schools for my two children, I made sure that the schools were either AMI or AMS accredited, and also I would look at the environment and make sure that they have Montessori material. Some schools have a mix of materials that you can find at Lakeshore, Melissa, and Doug, and not that I have a problem with that, but in an authentic Montessori school, you don't have outside material. It's just material that has been certified by an AMI or AMS society. So that's really important. We also have mixed age classrooms with low student to teacher ratios. So our student to teacher ratio is 5:1, and that's something that I really wanted when I opened up a school, because I felt that having that small student to teacher ratio is really important. It gives the children that individualized, personalized attention. And also I wanted to highlight the fact that our teachers are highly trained and they're caring. So we do ask the teachers that apply to Montessori by the Sea to have their AMI or AMS accreditation. So AMI is short for American Montessori International. If with an AMI certification, you could go around the world and use your AMI accreditation to teach, and is recognized internationally. AMS is American Montessori Society, and that is recognized throughout the United States. So there's a difference between AMI and AMS. AMI is international, AMS is statewide or nationwide. So in addition to our Montessori program, we have supplemented extracurricular activities as well. So we are a bilingual Spanish-English immersion program. We do speak to students both in Spanish and English. We have art, theater and drama, music and movement, sports, and we also teach students community service and grace and courtesy. So we do have a daily communication log that we provide to all of our students at the beginning of the school year, where you'll see how your child felt that day, if they napped, what they ate, if some, all, or they weren't hungry. But we also go into what areas in the Montessori classroom did they work with, because as you know, Montessori is very minimal when it comes to paperwork. So you won't see a lot of paperwork coming home, and parents want to know, well, what did my child learn that day? So by having this log, you know that they worked in the practical life section or sensorial area or the mathematics area. In Montessori, you also have in Montessori, let me backtrack. There's the prepared environment in a Montessori classroom, which consists of 7 distinct parts. You have practical life, sensorial, language, math, cultural studies, science, and botany. So those are the 7 core areas in a Montessori classroom, and you'll see what areas your child worked in that day. In addition to that, we also have a section where we talk about what extracurricular activities they had that day, and every day it's something different. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have Miss Alma, who comes and she teaches the students art and also music and movement. Students have an art exhibit in April. We have it scheduled for for April 15th, where they're going to display art that they replicated from famous artists. So it's famous paintings from well-known artists. And then there are two programs, one in the winter time and another one at the end of the year. And Miss Alma works with the students throughout the semester to get them ready for those programs, where we invite parents and families to come and watch students perform. So just a little bit about my history. I grew up as a Montessori child, and I spent most of my childhood in my mother's Montessori school. I would also volunteer during my school breaks, and I would take, I actually took elective courses at the University of Redlands in child development, and I'm working on completing my BA in child development from Point Loma Nazarene University. I left my legal career to pursue my lifelong dream of teaching and owning my own Montessori school, and that's where we are today. Just a little bit about the Montessori primary program, which is what we offer. It's for children ages 3 to 6. At about 3 years old, a child moves into a phase of the absorbent mind, which Dr. Maria Montessori calls this phase, the conscious absorbent mind. And this is where the child is concerned with self-construction and forming a basis of the human personality. So there's this active time in brain development where the brain continues to form. And Dr. Montessori realized that that a child-centered model for individualized active learning is through working with hands-on material. She called this the prepared environment, which is what we touched based on briefly. And it's where a child can spontaneously explore different areas in the classroom and really just progress at their own pace, their own individual pace. So I just wanted to end with a quote by Dr. Maria Montessori. She says that the hands are the instruments of man's intelligence. So she was a firm believer that you can work with your hands to work with different materials to fine-tune that fine and gross motor skills. But also she says that what the hand does, the brain remembers. So she's very adamant in working with concrete materials, and that's how students learn in our classroom. I wanted to thank you for your interest in Montessori by the Sea, and we look forward to welcoming you to our facility to learn more about our school and the beauty that is Montessori. Thank you and have a good night.